Hello class, this is Robert Smith coming at you from MDF1 term 1310, and this is my final project reflection video. This week we were tasked to pull XML data from a web service and parse it into a table view, and this week didn't go too well for a number of different reasons. First of all, this laptop that I'm using isn't my school laptop. This is a personal laptop. My school laptop is at the Apple Store. There's something wrong with it. It says a motherboard. So I had to use my personal laptop. And I have already updated to Xcode 5. And this is actually my first time working with Xcode 5. And that wasn't really an issue. More I'm worried about the teacher or Wendy being able to open the assignment. I'm hoping that there's no confliction or anything like that. But I didn't have. This is the only other Mac that I have. So, but the real issue that I had this week was pulling the data from the web service, which I used a movie web service called My Movie API that gets its data from IMDb. Pulling the data wasn't an issue at all, as you can see. In the simulator, I have a breakpoint set up. I'm able to pull the data. That was relatively easy. The problem that I'm having, and I've been working on this for like 6 hours now, this one method right here, I can't pull the name of the movie down, and I can't pull any element and parse it. What I'm getting is I've been messing with this and messing with this and messing with this, and you would think that this would be the way to do it. Looking back at the data, this IMDb document list, this element pops up 10 times for the 10 different movies that are being loaded, and the specific element that I'm trying to grab to put into the cell is the title of the movie. And the title of the movie, of the first movie, is right here, Gravity. And you would think this would be the way to do it, and it's just not. I'm only getting, when I'm logging it out, I'm getting one message that says null. Now, if I were to change this to title and run it, now I'm getting 10 different nulls in the log. So it's seeing title. It goes into it. When I use a debugger, it'll step into this if statement, and it'll read it, and it'll step further into it, and it'll set movie string to movie name, but it's setting it to null, and I don't know why. It's incredibly frustrating because I have all the I'm looking at all of the information that I'm wanting to put inside the cells, and all I have to do is figure out basically the syntax here to pull it down, and then all I would have to do is add the object to the array that I already have created, and then I would be able to populate the cells. So it's like I'm that close to being done. It's like all the work is completed, but my application is non-existent. So it's incredibly frustrating right now. It's I don't know. I just don't know what syntax I would use right here. I've looked into it. I've looked into it. I've looked into it. There's other things that I would think there's like an object for key, and you pass in an ID. It's this. I don't know what the problem is. And looking at the XML, it's this XML that this web service uses is it seems to be a little different than a lot of XML files out there, because it doesn't have like values aren't being assigned inside the elements, if that makes sense. So I think that might be the issue. Maybe it's just I'd hate to blame it on the API, because there's got to be a way to do it. I just I don't know what it is. The fault lies. I basically pulled the XML on Tuesday. No, it was Tuesday when I was working on this, and then I had to start over today because because I used a different laptop. But I figured out how to pull the XML, and I'm like, okay, well, this is too easy. And then I started over today, and I was able to pull the XML real quickly and display it into my text view that I have in my raw XML view controller. But when it comes to parsing it is when I'm running into the issue, and it's this very first if statement that I have set up. But I'm rambling. Just frustrated. Would have really liked to complete this assignment, because this assignment seems like it's the closest thing to a real world application as we've been assigned to create in the Objective-C block of the program. So I'm still going to try to research this, and I'm waiting on some replies on the Facebook group, see if someone else has some advice. And if anyone watching this knows what I'm doing wrong, please comment on the YouTube video or something. But yeah, it's just it's frustrating, because I'm looking at the data, and I just can't pull it down. And if I were able to pull it down, it'd be a couple lines of adding it to an array and populating the table view. And then it's just, all I was going to do was put the plot, which is another element, in the detail view, and it would have been flawless. But yeah, I just can't pull the movie name. I can't populate the cell. So frustrating. But okay, this is Robert Smith. Thank you for watching.